Hello. Today, we're going to talk about how everything is terrible and you should just get over it and enjoy it anyways because life's not that serious. In 1 minute or less.
Actually, it's going to be a few minutes. I'm sorry.
Hello. I'm what some of you may refer to as a modern hipster of sorts. I'm wearing my flannel shirt on top of my unironic pop culture t-shirt that is one size too small for me as a result of all of these fancy IPAs that I drink, sitting in front of a wall of vinyl records, wearing a hat that I only wear to cover this ridiculous baldness that has creeped into my life over the past few years, and in front of a camera talking to people on the internet about things that I don't really have any qualification to fucking talk about. Who am I? But you're here. And I'm here. So what's on my mind today? Well, what's on my mind is all of the things that I kind of mentioned in mostly about people like me and how people view people like me and the expectations that people may have of people like me, or lack of expectations or assumptions. While I may look and fit the part to some degree, I feel like I'm just another fucking person on planet Earth, and I don't think that anyone else out there is any better than anyone else, regardless of what, demographic of nerdy shit you fall into. Everyone's a nerd. Sure, it's easy to be a nerd when it comes to shit like music or cartoons or movies, but you can also be a nerd about sports. You could be a nerd about stocks and finance. You could be a nerd about 1,000 different things. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having a passion for things that you're into. But I think that sometimes people take their passions a little bit too far. And I am really making this video today to maybe just let people know that it's okay to just chill the fuck out. What kind of spawned this whole conversation is some recent riveting conversation that I had with friends about the new trailer for the Mortal Kombat movie. Yes, this is the hard-hitting discussions that I'm getting into with my friends these days. And, I don't give a fuck if it's gonna be a good movie or a bad movie. What the fuck do I care? It's people in costumes killing each other. I hope that, it is fun to watch and enjoyable and that the characters are likable. I think that the first Mortal Kombat movie has likable characters and a decent enough storyline and fun music and fun action scenes and fighting, but I don't need it to be great. I don't need things that I like to be great. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I can still be happy with something if it's all right. And there's this really weird expectation that I think a lot of people have where if this video game isn't as good as the last one was, then I hate this video game. Or if my sports team that I follow doesn't do good, then I'm not going to support that team anymore. Or if a band puts out a bad record, well, fuck that band. Why does everything that you engage with have to be better than the previous thing? What kind of mindset is that to have in regards to anything? Don't get me wrong. I think that you should hold people to certain expectations and you should be hoping for the best. I'm not saying to settle for less or anything like that, but what the fuck are we talking about here? If the new Mortal Kombat movie sucks, who cares? I remember going through all of this shit years ago whenever they started releasing those new Ninja Turtles movies again, because for whatever reason, everybody on planet Earth thinks that I'm this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles aficionado. Understand I'm ironically wearing this t-shirt right now. And yes, I do have a wall full of Ninja Turtles figures. Yes, I am looking at a Ninja Turtles poster right here. Yes, I have Ninja Turtles tattoos. I am a fan of these things, but I don't need every single thing that comes out to represent the property in this way that makes it holier than now. I don't care if there is bad Ninja Turtles things out there in the world. It's not meant for me anymore. You know, I have hours upon hours of other Ninja Turtles content that I can engage with that has been with me for the majority of my life. And if I want to engage with that stuff, I will. But I don't need the new shit to be very, very good. It just doesn't fucking matter to me. And, you know, Star Wars, there's another good one. Like, I don't really give a shit about Star Wars. I have a whole shelf full of old Star Wars action figures in my studio. I like Star Wars, but I don't fucking give a shit about, like, oh, like the new movies weren't good, or, you know, The Mandalorian this, which, I mean, a lot of people like The Mandalorian. I like The Mandalorian, but, like, if it wasn't good, I wouldn't have given a shit. Why? Like, why would I care? It doesn't fucking matter. I feel like, how can you really enjoy anything that you are engaging with if you're just constantly expecting it to be the best thing that you've ever seen, or expecting it to be better than this or that, or putting it down? It's like, dog, what are we talking about here? Space dramas. Give it a break. It doesn't have to be great. And what is great anyways? And just because you don't like something doesn't mean that it doesn't resonate with other people. And why are you going to try to argue with somebody if they like something that you don't, or if they don't like something that you like? Why would you do that? The reason why I'm like digging into all of this stuff is because it's like, yes, I very much play the role of, you know, a very stereotypical person. Like, you could probably look at me and assume a lot about me, and you'd probably be right about a lot of those things. But the interesting thing is that, like, I don't have a lot of friends that look like me, or friends that are into a lot of the same shit that I'm into, because I don't hold these unrealistic amounts of expectations towards, like, things that are related to pop culture or art or anything like that. Like, it's not that important to me if something isn't good. I think that it's an important trait to just learn how to embrace everything for what it is. Sometimes things are objectively bad and you don't have to like them. There are plenty of things that I think are bad, but I just kind of move on. I'm like, maybe those new Star Wars movies, maybe they're not that great. That's okay. Not for me. I have friends that really enjoy them. I have friends that think they're the worst things ever. I'm going to move on and just, there's only so much time that we have on planet Earth. And we're all adults, I think, for the most part. If you're watching this, you're probably an adult. And if not, you'll be an adult one day, hopefully. I don't want to sit here and tell another adult what to do. But my advice, if you're still watching this, which you are, obviously, because you're listening to me talk, my advice to you is to just chill the fuck out. Engage in something that's not that good and appreciate it for what it is. If the most important thing in the world to you is how good or bad the new Mortal Kombat movie is going to be, dog, you are lucky. You are a lucky individual. Be self-aware. I think that's probably what the difference that I've found between me and other people in my sort of, like, you know, mid-30s, beer drinking, record listening, flannel wearing crew of people is that, like, I'm very self-aware about who I am and what I engage with, and I can find the faults in things not offensive. If something isn't good, I'm like, whatever, it's fine. Move on. And I just wish that there were more people that were like this so I could engage in conversation with people about the nerdy things that I like a little bit better. No offense to any of my friends that may be watching this video right now. This doesn't apply to everybody, but overall, I'm just saying I feel like I've had a really hard time connecting with people because people refuse, for whatever reason, to be self-aware. And I'm just saying, be a little bit more self-aware. Don't take yourself so seriously. Don't take the things that you engage with so seriously. And I'm just saying, it would be a lot easier for people to put up with you if you weren't such an annoying fucking piece of